Welcome back to my channel, everyone. As you guys saw per the title, I will be talking about birth control today, period. So if you're not interested in hearing any of that, just kindly exit out of the video. I wanted to just share with you guys my experience with the birth control that I was using for many years. I will be eating and talking. I have a fruit bowl here. It's just mango and watermelon. Let me get comfortable real quick while I talk to you guys. This is your chance to also go get a little snack. I'm hoping it's not a long video, but I can never make my videos short, so go grab a little snack, some water. I'm actually thirsty now too. Putting some tajin. I would put some lime in there too, pero no tengo. Let's get back to the topic, birth control. Just a disclaimer, I'm not a doctor. I'm just talking about my experience, and if you have any questions, make sure you do consult a doctor if this is something that you become interested in, or just have any further questions, because every body is different. Just because my body reacted a certain way doesn't mean your body's going to react a certain way. Just wanted to throw that in there. But okay, so let's get to the birth control. The birth control that I was using was the IUD, which is a small device. I'll post a picture on here that is inserted to in your uterus, and it works by basically, there's two different kinds. There's the copper IUD, which that one I believe is 10 years, up to 10 years. The copper one is non-hormonal, and then the Mirena, which is the one I had, it's hormonal. It's not just those two. Those just are the ones I mentioned, are the like main ones that I know of. Okay, so there's Mirena, Skyla, and Liletta. I don't know how you say that, but those are the hormonal IUDs. And so I had the Mirena, the Mirena IUD, which is the hormonal one, and that one's for up to 5 years. I actually have had it now. It was going to be close to 10 years already, but because I had it for 5 years, I got it, I believe, when I was 20. So I had it for 5 years, and then I got it taken out and just replaced basically, and I had that one for I think 4 years. Let me start off by saying that when I got the IUD, obviously I lasted so long with it because I fell in love with it. I only got it to prevent pregnancy. That was my only reason, because I was 20 years old, I was young, and I wasn't trying to end up pregnant. However, it happens where you could end up pregnant, FYI. But to me, thankfully, that was not the case. Thankfully, it actually worked. I think it's 99.9% effective. It worked for me. And I loved it. I had a coworker at the time that had just gotten the IUD, and she's the one that recommended it to me. She had mentioned to me that her period stopped completely, so it sold me right there. It's not the same for everyone, like I mentioned earlier. It just depends on your own body, but for me, my period stopped as well. So me taking it out was a huge step for me, just because I was going to have to start getting my period again. There were those rare times where I would spot or get it for like a day, but it was every few months. It was not often. I didn't get my period at all for these past close to 10 years, except for when I took out the IUD and reinserted it. It took I think a few weeks for it to adjust again, or a few months. I don't remember exactly because it's been so long ago, but it's been a month since I took it out. I actually wanted to do a video before I took it out, because I wanted to get everyone's opinions. You know, I know I have a lot of girls on here, and I wanted to just see what your guys' experiences were, and like taking it out, because I was just scared how my body was going to react once I took it out, because I've had it for so long. So I was going to do a video, so I had scheduled my appointment to get it removed. But before that, I had scheduled another appointment to have my pap smear. You know, you're supposed to do it every year. So yeah, now that I'm turning 30, they told me it's every 5 years. So I had scheduled an appointment for my annual, you know, exam, and then they told me that I couldn't do the IUD removal the same day, so I scheduled it a week later, and I was like, perfect, it gives me more time to think about it and just see what exactly I want to do. I went to my appointment for the pap smear, and I got a nurse practitioner, so she asked me how I was loving the birth control, and I told her that I loved it, but that I was considering taking it out. And she was like, you know, I could take it out for you if you want to today. And I was like, well, I was gonna think about it. And then she's like, okay, no pressure, like if you don't want to take it out, yeah, that's fine, just wait till your appointment. So I was like, okay. But then I was just sitting there and I was like, I'm already here, I might as well just do it. And it's just something that I've been thinking about for months, and I was like, Judith, just do it. It's just something that I felt like I needed to do. So I took it out, and just an FYI for those of you that have been following me, and you know I'm in a relationship now, I'm not trying to get pregnant. So before y'all start assuming stuff and start commenting and assuming later on that I'm pregnant, I'm 100% not lying to you guys right now. I'm not trying to get pregnant. I did feel safer taking it out now because I am in a stable relationship where we have talked about kids, and we have talked about, well, what if there was an oopsie, you know, and we would be okay. If it were to happen, it happens. Obviously, I'm taking it out because I'm like, well, if it happens, it happens. But me and my partner, we are making sure we are still using protection, so that doesn't happen. Just want to throw that out there. I'm not trying to get pregnant. It's just something that I felt like I wanted to do, and I'll get to that though. So yeah, the nurse was like, yeah, I can take it out, and I told her, you know what, just take it out. Reason I took it out, for a few months already, my period, I wasn't getting my period, but I was spotting very randomly and cramping randomly. And like I said before, I would never get my period. It would be very rare, like it would be months apart, and it became like a every week type of thing, like where I would be spotting, or just cramping, you know, just randomly. So it started getting annoying. I before had a normal period. I can't complain about my period. I had 5 days. I know there's girls that get them for like 8 days straight. I would get it for 5 days, the first 2 days being the heaviest, and the middle day would be like medium, and by the fourth day it'd be super light, like barely even there. So technically it was only a hassle like the first 3 days. So I had a good period. I never had crazy cramps. I want to say a perfect period. Like I don't have any complaints about it. So it was just more annoying to me because I was like, I don't even know when I'm gonna be spotting, or you know, I don't know what's going on with my body. I feel like when I didn't have it, I knew when my period was coming. It was always on time, and I didn't have to worry about the in-betweens ever. So it just started becoming really annoying. And then I was just also thinking, well, was it not in place? Why is it doing that? And another thing, I've been really looking into just energy healing and just loving my body and accepting me for who I am and where I'm at right now. And if you guys follow me, you know that I've been struggling with my weight. I like lost a bunch of weight, I gained it back. So I'm going through this like phase where I'm just trying to learn to really love myself and just pay attention to my body and what it's telling me. And for some reason I just felt like my little voices in my head was like telling me, take it out, take it out, take it out. It's been now a month, a little over a month since I got it taken out, and I've gotten my first official period. They did tell me that after you get it out, it could either happen right away, or it could be up to a year till your body goes, or till your body's hormones go back to normal. So for me, it was only a month. I was hoping that it would take longer, because I was like, if I can go without my period longer, why not, you know? But by the way, for anyone, I feel like every time I tell someone that I wasn't getting my period, they would be like, oh my god, that's not like okay. According to the doctors, it was normal, and according to the people that I know that had it, it happened to them too, and they would tell them that it was okay, that it's, I would say, one of the good side effects that you get from this, from the Mirena IUD. Because if you get the copper one, which I didn't get, I've seen that a lot of women end up getting their period heavier and get really bad cramps with that one. So I don't know, I feel like maybe I would have considered it if I would have known that I was gonna have it for this long. But no, the Mirena was what was good for me at the time. I think when I was 20, I was like, oh, by 25 maybe I'll find someone, settle down, start having kids. And I got to 25 and I was like, okay, maybe not 25, maybe 30. And now I'm at 30 and I'm over here telling myself and my boyfriend, well, maybe not at 30, we should wait till I'm 35. I tell everyone, I'm like, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. It's gonna happen when it's meant to be, even if I'm 35 40 years old. So let's normalize having kids at an older age. Like, stop pressuring me, I'm young. I'm turning 30, but I'm still young. I feel young, so leave me alone. Did you hear that, mom? Just kidding. Let's talk about the pain. I'm not gonna lie, it does hurt to put it in, to get it inserted. So when you get it in, it feels like you have really, really, really heavy cramps. And you feel like that for probably the rest of the day. At least for me, that's what it felt like. I was also told the first time that I should have taken Advil or Tylenol, I don't remember which, to kind of soothe the pain once they put it in. I wasn't told that though. It probably felt just stronger for me, I don't know. Let's go back to me getting it removed this time. So she got it out, and well, she was struggling to get it out. I had asked her, I'm like, is it gonna hurt? It's been a while, I don't even remember what it feels like. And she's like, no, it's gonna come right out. That did not come out like that. She actually was struggling, and for a second I was even holding my stomach and I was like, this freaking hurts. It felt like just that big cramp that you just feel right there in your uterus. It was not a good feeling. So she was struggling, and I was like, is that normal? I don't remember last time it being this, you know, complicated. And it's not that she took forever, it's just for a while I just felt like she was trying to get in. It was just, I just felt the pain, but I didn't feel like coming out. And she had stopped for a second. She's like, hold on, it might be stuck. Oh, because she couldn't find the strings at first. So I was freaking out. I was like, oh my god, because they do say that it could get stuck or lost or stuck onto the wall of your uterus. Finally she found it, and she was tugging on it to like get it out, and I could feel her pulling it out, but it wouldn't come out. And she was like, ooh, it might be a little stuck in there. So she finally like grabbed it out. Oh, I felt like such a relief, but it freaking hurt. And she had mentioned to me that it could have been embedded on the walls of my uterus. I started thinking like, oh my god, what if this was my sign? What if my body was telling me to take it out because it was gonna start like really getting stuck? I don't know if you guys have looked into IUDs, but it's very rare, but it could happen where it literally like basically imprints onto your body and it just becomes part of your body, and then you have to have surgery to get it removed because you can't get it out that way. So thankfully she was still able to get it out, but I do think of that. I'm like, what if that's why I just felt like I had to get it out? Thankfully I got it out. I'm fine, I'm here, I'm alive, no surgery needed. And she even said, well, at least you didn't need surgery. So I was like, okay, like whatever, it's out. That was my experience with the IUD. I am new now to the world of pads and tampons, and there's cups now. I don't remember there being cups before. I got my IUD in, but I'm not sure. Maybe they were new. I don't know how new they are, but I was looking at some. So I didn't expect my period to come this fast, so I didn't even really research on anything. It felt like I was new to this all over again. And I went to the store. When I got it, thankfully I had like a few here from the ones that I had gotten when I would spot, but it was like the ones that I would always wear. I don't even know what the brand is, but it's like one of the main ones. But I have seen now a lot on social media how a lot of the tampons have bleach and just so many chemicals that are not good for our, you know, little JJ. So I wanted to make sure that I got some organic ones, or just some that didn't have any harsh chemicals, anything like that. So I used the ones that I had here already, but just for that moment I went to the store once I realized that I had gotten it, and I came back with these. They're organic tampons. So before I would always use tampons. I rewind a little bit. I would use pads, and then once I got to a certain age I started using tampons. I feel like it was just, these were a blessing, because pads, I feel like you could just feel everything coming down. It's just gets messy down there and it's not cute. And using tampons, I just felt like you didn't feel anything, and then once it was time, you just get it out and then pop in a new one. So I really loved wearing tampons. These say they're certified organic cotton. There's no perfumes, dyes, colors, chlorine, or rayon on these. So these are the ones I got. These are the regular ones, which I haven't even used because I had gotten the super. There's the super ones. I only used these the first 2 days, and since I wasn't really heavy yesterday, I was able to just use the panty liners. I have been looking into cups. If any of you have used the little cups that you like insert in there, let me know, because I've been looking into it. I've been watching videos, and it's just more, one, they're expensive. They're not cheap. They're like $40 something from what I was seeing. I think you could buy them on Amazon for like 30 something, which seems like a lot, but it's reusable. Unlike these, you have to keep buying them every month or whenever you run out. But I've heard that they could get messy, especially when you're a beginner, and people rather use them when they're like at home and not when they're somewhere in public, because if you have to change it, it could get messy and it just becomes unsanitary and all of that. So I'm gonna keep looking into it. I will let you guys know if I start using them in a later video, once I get back to normal, my body gets back to normal, and I can give you guys a little bit more of a feedback of what it's been like after the IUD. But if you guys have any suggestions, let me know, because a girl feels like she's new to all of this. But that pretty much, I think, sums up everything I wanted to say. If you're looking into any birth control, do your research on all of them, ask around. At the end of the day, your body's different and you're going to react differently from everyone else, but just ask around, get information, ask your doctor what they recommend as well. Just remember that everyone's experience is going to be different. I just wanted to share mine with you guys. I absolutely loved the IUD while I had it, because like I said, I didn't have my period. I was able to protect myself from getting pregnant, and just make sure that the IUD is just for birth control. It's just to prevent pregnancies, nothing else. So if you are being active, just make sure that you're taking precautions on everything else that's out there. STDs, STIs, all of that. Just be safe out there, you guys, because it's a crazy world. And that's pretty much all I had to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for being here, and I will see you guys on my next video. Love you guys.